India is currently the fifth largest economy, poised to become the third largest by the end of this decade. Why is it so? India is reaping the benefits of demography. If you look at the average age of its working population is just about 28. So as the world population starts to age and is unable to upskill, India becomes a natural beneficiary of that. So commercial real estate today is going to significantly benefit out of the shift of jobs from the Western markets. And that has already been reflected. If you look at 2019 was one of the best years in terms of commercial office space absorption. If you leave out 2020 and 2021, which are COVID years, 2022 was very close to 2019. 2023 surprisingly was as good as 2022. 2024, if you ask me, is probably going to be equal or better than 2023 and maybe even better than 2019. So it augurs well for this industry. In terms of how do we utilize this opportunity, how do we benefit out of it? Well, it is just sticking to the basics. Raise enough capital, ensure that you acquire properties in locations that are attractive and wanted by your tenants. Develop contemporary designs, ensure that they are sustainable buildings, focus on the health, wellness, and community building of the end user. By doing this, you are going to be there to sort of benefit out of the growth in the office space that is going to be there. Co-working started as a response to COVID. Those are volatile times. Businesses did not really know how the future was going to be, so they wanted to keep their options open. And they also wanted to preserve cash. So the co-working space and the managed office space fit very well into that requirement. Post-COVID, things have changed. There is more certainty of the business. There is more certainty on coming back to the office. Today, offices, employees insist that you are in the office at least 3 to 4 days in a week. So things are getting back to normalcy. However, what has changed is the requirement of the end user. Companies are now focusing more on amenities. They want spaces where people can come back to the office and feel good about it. They want more collaborative space. Now they are focusing on health, fitness, sports facilities. They want to ensure that you have options for employees to walk in the park, to go and have a good evening's drink with your friends, with respect to your own budget as well. So all those requirements are becoming essential for tenants before they start choosing which building or which park they want to be associated with. And not only that, some of the strategies which tenants are adopting or at opposite end of the spectrum. So some tenants want to give dedicated seats to their employees. So whether an employee comes 1 day in a week or 5 days in a week, they want to seat 100 employees, they're going to lease 100 seats. Whereas on the other end of the spectrum, you have companies that choose that, okay, for every 100 employees, I'm going to take only 70 seats. And I'm then going to invest in technology to ensure that the hot desking scheme that I'm going to implement is implemented in a very, very smooth manner. So it's horses for courses, depending on how the outlook of each of those companies are and the corporate real estate team thinks about it. I think they've been changing their strategies accordingly. Sustainability is at the core of everything we do. In fact, our sustainability goals, which are SBTi approved, has been publicly declared through our 2030 Capital and Sustainability Master Plan, which means we are going to be held accountable for what we are promising to achieve. Now, how are you going to achieve these goals? Now, we are saying that we are going to be Scope 1 and Scope 2 net zero by the year 2050, and there are a host of other intermediary goals that we are trying to achieve. Now, how are we going to go about achieving those? It is by building resilient and resource-efficient buildings. It's very simple. We focus on 4 core areas. First, low carbon transition. Second, water conservation. Third, waste management and ensuring a circular economy. Fourth is focusing on health, wellness of the end user at our buildings. By focusing on these 4, we are certain that we'll meet those goals that we have promised to achieve as a group. If we come particularly with respect to India, all our buildings in India are already green certified. All our buildings in India are British Council safety certified. We have also started down the journey of wellness certification for various buildings that are there in India. We should achieve that as well sometime shortly. Our first net zero building happens to be in the most recent development did in International Tech Park, Chennai Radial Road. It's not only that, globally we also sponsor what we call as the Global Sustainability Challenge, wherein global talent comes and competes to pilot new technologies and solutions at our different properties so that we can meet our 2030 goals. So these are the different things we do to ensure that sustainability is not just a buzzword and a mantra, but something which we really focus on, and we believe that that is important, not just for us as a business, but also for the community we live in.